I'm gonna say the N word. That is essentially what I refer to as N word humor. It is using or N word baiting. That's what I would call it. A more uh, a more specific term, because N word humor, I feel like that can carry a lot of incognations, or is that even a word, or a lot of different avenues. So I want to be specific when I'm what I'm talking about when I refer to why I think N-word humor is lame and corny and loser behavior. It essentially is just using slurs, baiting slurs, um, for comedic value. And the value of that comedy is, let's just say, it is extremely close to zero. Um, but some people will find it hilarious. But all I have to say is that is this is not a like this is definitely a meme that you if you want to show, or like if you wanted to show off to your friends, I'm not even sure how you would go about doing it. Like, just imagine this. Like, I grab my phone and I'm just like giggling to myself, and my friend goes like, "Hey man, what are you laughing at?" Well, okay, pretend I'm not black though. Okay, pretend I'm a Caucasian suburban white kid, and I'm like, "This is hilarious." And my other white friend goes like, "Hey man, what are you laughing at?" And I say, "Oh, look at this meme, bro. It's so funny." I show him, and it's just some random clip. Let's just say some random wholesome movie clip. Uh, it's Dora the Explorer, for God's sake. Yeah, it's Dora the Explorer, and it's like, "Hey, Boots, or Mr. Map, where are we gonna go today?" Yada yada yada, and then it just cuts to some random white lady saying the N words, and I'm just showing. I'm like, "Isn't this so funny? Does that sound funny to you?" Me, I've explained essentially what the meme does. Step one: find a random clip of person who was not black saying the N word. You have preferences of just using just ending it with the A or ending it with the ER. To the A, to the O, to the S. Forget that. But yeah, that's step one. Step two: find some random clip, nothing to do with the previous clip you acquired, and stick that just beforehand. Step three: the meme. That's it. That's all you have to do, and then that's how you get the N-word humor. Now, um, I've explained why I don't like it or why I think it's lame, but I should probably go more into depth on why that is. Now, first we have to understand why people want to use the N word these days, because it seems everyone who's not black is just obsessed with using the N word, which is which to some extent I can understand. I can give some understanding. The first one is they want to use the N word because it's cool. They want to use it because it's cool, and I agree with that to some extent. I don't use it because I wasn't raised up using it, and I was never surrounded by people who used it. So therefore, when I use it, it would just feel weird. But I use it in my head quite a bit. I won't lie, because it does have that coolest factor. Um, Especially today when you see, let's say you watch like you listen to your rap video, your rap music videos, and all that, and then they're just spam that shit left, right, and center. But the thing is, it's cool because it has a certain power to it. It has a certain to it. Like, if I say, "Hey, what's up, bro?" That's cool. But if I say, "Hey, what's up, my N word?" It has that little to it. Now, people want that power. They want to feel that power when they say it. They want that to it. But unfortunately, using the N word, you have to meet a certain requirement for that power to be transferred over. Otherwise, you just sound racist or corny. And I wouldn't even say the racism bit is on the agenda. You mostly just sound corny when you say it, and you're not black essentially. Um, and I've seen it, and it definitely comes off lame. I've definitely had my encounters of people who who've said it, not called me it. Well, obviously that I haven't counted that one, but who just say it in like everyday lingo. And let me just say it, the respect points dropped drastically when I heard him say it, because the power didn't transfer over. The coolness part of the word didn't. They didn't get the oomph. They got the womp womp, and it just sounded lame as hell when they use it. They sounded corny, lame, and loserish. That's it. So that's why people want to use it, because it has a coolness factor and the word has power to it when you use it. If you meet the requirements for using the word, which is obviously being black. And then obviously, I think the second reason, people want to be edgy. You know, it's cool to be edgy, rebellious, going against the status quo, not giving a shit about what people think. So you use the word, and this one is like, I understand it, but it's still very illusory. Like, I understand it far less than the first reason I gave, which is the word is cool and has power to it. For this one, you're just like using the word because like excuse me, because you want to go against the grain. You want to be a hard ass. But you 100% do not come off as that. Only to people who are like-minded like you, which is, I'm not sure how many people that is. I wouldn't say it's a high amount, because again, the power doesn't transfer over when you use the word. So first of all, it's lame, and most likely when you're using it just to be edgy, you're usually just spamming that shit and just saying it whenever, and it just sounds, you sound like a loser. Like, it doesn't sound cool at all. And edgy, I guess I'll give you the edgy points, but I don't think anyone wants edgy points. Maybe edging points, but not edgy points. I don't think you want edging points either. You want neither. But yeah. And then obviously the third reason, which is pretty self-explanatory, they want to be racist. You want to use the word to be racist. Now, obviously, I feel like this falls into obviously the cool and edgy. Racism has to do with both of those, but I'm talking about like a pure-blooded racist who's just there to cause havoc and destruction, just spamming the word. They want to use it, and they just want to be racist, so they'll say it. And this one is, at least I can respect a bit more, because with the cool person, they'll be like, the excuses will either be, oh, I just use it when I listen to my favorite rap song or whatnot, with this and that. And then with the what would I say? With the edgy one, they'll be like, oh, it's just a word, bro. Anyone can say it. Which I do agree with. Anyone can say the word. We do have to understand, you still sound like a loser even if you say the word. Like, I can say like, I can be an asshole to people, but I'll just be an asshole. So that, I feel like that's just a stupid argument. But yeah, they'll be like, oh, it's just a word. Anyone can say it. It's not that deep. It's always not that deep. And then, so it's kind of like they're giving shitty excuses to use a word. But like with the racist, he's just, you say, hey bro, why are you saying that? He's like, cause I want to be racist. Like, that one is more respectable, because at least then you're just like, you're straight up honest about the situation at hand. You know what you're getting into, and you want to get into that. You want all the smoke. So at least with that, I'm like, okay, no, still a loser, because it's lame as hell. But I respect the determination, the doubling down on using the word. And it's just like, I want to use it because I just want to be a dickhead. I want to be a racist dickhead. That's fair. So there are the three reasons. Now, with today, where it's, I'll be fair. A lot of Black American culture is pretty prevalent throughout the world. So again, all these factors are labeling in. People, they hate the culture, they love the culture, and they want to be the culture all at once. So you can imagine the easiest way to feel like you want to do some of those things and in a disrespectful manner is use the N-word. Now this is where so once you have all these people saying the N-word, then you kind of like not normalize it, but it's become more acceptable to teeter around using the word. And then from there, then that's when you have the memes. You have the memes of, let's say, just a regular black person just saying the N-word. I was like, oh, that's all fine and dandy, because, hey, they meet the requirement and maybe like these memes are made by like, other black people. And then you get, this is where the problem comes in, you get people who aren't black who want to make memes about the N-word, don't know why, and then they start tiptoeing around it. Obviously sometimes they'll just go full full racist mode, but they want to add their own comedic twist, and that is where you get N-word humor, N-word baiting. That is the she. That's what happens. You get this shitty meme of the N-word cut off. Someone saying, "Oh, I'm gonna say the N-word, Nick," cut off. And that's what gets people hooting and hollering. That has the whole table in tears, crying, falling off the table, falling off the chair, smashing their fists, slapping their knees. That's a comedy. That's what they achieve. And I think it's just lame. And I've laid out the reasons why it's lame. I've gone to the play-by-play breakdown, how we got to this point, or how you get to this point, and then why it's lame. Now, obviously, I keep saying obviously. Well, there's a clear problem with like this type of humor. Obviously, shit, I keep saying obviously, man. He's kept saying that, but there's a clear problem with this humor because it's normalizing the word, or at least teetering around the word, and then from teetering around, you're just gonna get what we probably already have, just memes about people saying it who are not white, just saying it like straight out, no censorship, just all in one go. And that's a problem in itself, but I'm not really concerned about the problem because, to be honest, I don't care enough. I don't care enough. I don't care enough about about what people decide, what words they decide to use. Obviously, if they use it around me, I won't care enough, but I'll still find it corny. Like, I'll say it's corny. Now, calling me that's a different story. That crosses an entirely different line. But as for saying it's corny, accept that. They want to be corny. Some people want to be corny. That's it. But it's annoying. It's annoying when I'm watching a meme compilation, which I'm generally enjoying. And again, this all stemmed from me watching a meme compilation I was enjoying. But I just had to stop watching after the treat videos because the N-word humor is just it's so dead. That's what it is. It's so dead and just so bland. There's like no I won't even go there. But there's no seasoning. That's all I'll say. There's no seasoning to the meme. It's there. And it's annoying because I'm like, man, I was actually joining this meme compilation. They weren't making fun of disabled kids. The jokes were funny. I had a few giggles. But then when you go into the N-word humor, it's probably say white N-word humor. Yeah. No, actually, yeah. I should change it to white N-word humor because, when I say N-word humor, that just sounds like I'm talking about me, bro. I'm talking about my humor, man. But no, white N-word humor because that's what it is. It's these like memes. They're made for people who aren't black, and I would say most likely white people. It's made for white audiences. You wouldn't say, like you wouldn't show that to a black person and be like, "Oh man, look this me." That person was about to say the N-word, but it cut off. Isn't that so funny? Like, I would hope no black person would find that funny. And not even to get mad about, but just you can't find that shit funny because it's not funny. It's just not funny. But if it's catered towards people, who let's just say they're not privileged on saying the word. No, I don't understand how sorry, I was trying to cook something up, but yeah, no, I still can't understand how you would find that funny. Just saying a slur baiting, it's not funny. It's just deadpan humor. No substance to it. Lazy. Bleh. That's what it is. But yeah, that's pretty much the video on why I find N-word humor to be lame, or should I say, white N-word humor to be lame. And yeah, that's it. That's my think piece. So in conclusion, get that shit off from my Instagram memes, bro. I want to watch nice memes, not this shit.